This is Nail's rank 19 Thief Rogue. This deck wants to generate a ton of random cards, play those for reduced cost, and then finish off your opponent with direct damage. Okay, so seeing a Demon Hunter, it's literally more likely that it's Thief Rogue than somebody is actually playing Demon Hunter. So it's fine. We're gonna keep everything. We're gonna play Reconnaissance turn 2. We're gonna play Swift-Scale Trickster turn 4 with the Vessel. And just because it's good to get any value out of them. The only way we don't do it is if we're able to find a jackpot. Oh, wow. Wait, being Warlock is super good here. Yeah, he's Rogue, fair enough. Wait, we could just live tap instead of Reconnaissance because this deck's biggest weakness is card draw. And then that way we don't need to use Shroud of Concealment or Reconnaissance, actually. Thief Rogue is kind of the definition of a dumb deck. Yeah, I agree with that. Life tap, Shadow Step. We're going to Shadow Step the Swift-Scale Trickster, almost guaranteed. I think playing the Shroud of Concealment is probably best. Like, at the end of the day, it has to be the best play. Unless we get Jackpot, okay. Jackpot means that Swift-Scale Trickster could potentially hit something nuts. Or we just play Shroud of Concealment, or we life tap. Every single option here is good. So far, since the beginning of the game, we've drawn 1, 2, 3 we've thrown 3 rogue cards, sorry. Which means if we go Shroud and we get Null and just not Prince or Smite, we can play him. We got Edwin and Tess. We drew 2 cards. Unfortunately, we didn't get the Null, but if we draw the Null soon, it'll be free. But like I said, it's gonna be Swift-Scale into the Vessel and then Shadow Step the Trickster, and then we'll play Jackpot. I think being mana efficient was better there, although I'm not 100% sure. Is Phylactery Warlock or Charge Warrior still in the format, or is it too slow? I think it's a little bit too slow, personally. What in the fudge? Okay. No way you get like insanely lucky here, right? You draw the rest and get nothing, hopefully. I mean, it's fine. We got Krakatoa, which is not bad. We're gonna go boom into Vessel. And then Shadow Step this. So that way we can play it again with the Jackpot, because it'll cost 2. We go Jackpot, then we play this and just hopefully hit something nuts. He lost a Trickster, it's pretty good for me. Do you know Rarran? You should talk to him about participating in Do You Know Hearthstone. I think he'll do great. I don't think I do that great. But I do know Rarran. Rarran and I are buds. We basically started making Hearthstone content like standard gameplay within like a couple months of each other. Like I was making it a little bit beforehand without sound and just posting videos randomly, but I didn't like actually start trying until a couple months, maybe like a year into that. And like 2 months later, Rarran showed up. So we've talked before, we've done a couple of collabs before, but you know, it's a good time. So if he wants to do one with me, that'll be pretty sick. I don't want to like push it though, because I feel like that would be weird. I don't know the protocol or something like that. We actually do kind of want to go with Mass Polymorph. The problem with the Mass Polymorph,
let's muddy the waters,
is that it does hurt when I play Tess later on. We'll kill that with the Fillet Fighter, and it just lowers the amount of damage he does by quite a bit. We'll play this as well, because like now, if it plays Mass Polymorph after I get my Colossal Minion from Queen Ashara, like that's just so much damage lost. What's the best way to block a Quest Hunter getting a 0 mana hero power and refreshing it by spamming spells? Shield Warrior, Crying in a Corner, Extreme Aggro. Extreme Aggro is generally speaking the way to do it, because if they don't get an early explosive trap, they do kind of just lose. So I would say that's probably number 1. How else would I beat it? I mean, Warrior can buy you time, but you need something proactive, like Charge Warrior maybe could do it, because you could buy a lot of time, but then they just have Freezing Trap and they mess you up that way. So I mean, Warrior isn't good, because they do more damage in total than armor you can gain in total. Crying in a Corner is a good option. Some other like combo decks are pretty good as well. Sire Denathrius is the free legendary. That's so sick, actually. Like, genuinely, that's awesome. Another Vessel, it doesn't matter. We're gonna go Krakatoa. and then double trade. The question is, do I care about taking 8 damage? The answer is not really. Or 5 damage, sorry. Then we get another weapon. This hits here, we hit here. We got a Bloodlust. I mean, we're in an okay spot. And we get an extra weapon charge. I don't think he's gonna be able to burst me down. If he's going the mine version of the deck, he's running 40 cards, so he's less likely to get them. Jackpot, fair enough. I mean, I should have expected them to have Jackpot, but they lost Switch Scale Trickster, so they really only have one. No, they've already used that one. They used one and they lost the other one, so we're pretty all right now. This, we'll maybe go Reconnaissance first. Oh my word. What in the world? Oh, fudge. Wait, that's actually not that bad. That's actually not that bad. Well, let's cover a new card real quick. Healing and drawing a card doesn't sound bad to me, but I want to play the Queen. And then maybe try to go for like a double Bloodlust play. I'd like to draw cards, so I think the only real way I'm going to win is not with a Colossal Minion, but with a double Bloodlust. Then these go face. We'll play like this next turn, and we'll try to get a couple more minions out on the board, maybe, if we can. Like, if we can draw a Gone Fishing, that would be awesome. I mean, I don't think he like, this could be Naval Mine, but he's gonna have to have a way of, like, triggering it, and these are both random spells. I don't know. I just need a board to stick, and then I can go double Bloodlust and try to close out the game in one turn. Because, again, I'm not entirely sure, like, how I'm supposed to win the game otherwise. Ooh, what I could do is I could play this like now with like no minions on the board. And then save the ring and just play no other spells. No, because I want to play the Vessel, so I can maybe set up double Bloodlust. Oh, don't have a 5 cost. Please don't have a 5 cost, man. No! Rude. We're going to play this first, see if we draw anything. You got Contraband Stash. Draw me a card. We get Wicked Stab. Interesting. I mean, this goes to the bottom. I don't really like that. I really don't like that very much. But it's free. Boom, into Vessel. Thank you so much for the sub, by the way. Thank you, much appreciated for the sub, Sire Dave. Thank you. I mean, so we got 2 stealth minions, right? Ah, GG. Wait, but it doesn't die. Wait, but it actually doesn't die here. Which means we might just go oh no. Interesting. Okay. Wait a minute. How much damage do I have here? 9, 18. 25, not even close to enough, actually. Holy moly. I think I just go face, play Contraband Stash, and then play Edwin to draw a card, and then try to win the game next turn. I don't want this to activate. Unfortunately. I didn't have lethal there. And we heal up a little bit and draw a card, which is kind of cool, I guess. Then Mass Polymorph, cool. Then we get a 1/3, which is... Wait, what? Why didn't we get the... What? Oh, no, it did play. That's my bad. Oh, and then we'll play this and counterspell. And then we'll pass. I might have messed up here. Then he gets a spell. I don't know. Does he go full face? Am I dead? There's no way I'm actually dead here, right? Because, like, he can't trigger the death rattle yet. So then we go Bloodlust, and we win. Thank God, dude. Holy fuck. We do 1 more damage. Wicked Stab him. Holy dude. Oh. Dude, so many druids today. My God. Like, have people not gotten tired of just only playing druid? Holy moly. We're gonna keep Jackpot and the Trickster. They're both really good cards. I mean, don't get me wrong. Overall, Hawaii, fantastic. Had a great time, super relaxing, super great food. Tourist activities are cool. Exploring the island was awesome.
Golden rare.
We took a tour like around Maui and all that. That was great. But again, the beaches, and maybe the issue with the beaches was that I had them like hyped up to me so much. Obviously, I come from California. I've been to beaches before. I have family on the East Coast, been to beaches over there. I was expecting these to be like god tier beaches, and the water, like I said, was, but the beaches themselves are, again, kind of mediocre. I don't know, maybe it was just there was a lot of wind the week that I went. Maybe the 5 beaches that I chose to go to weren't great, and I should have gone more to the north part of the island. Although I did go to a beach in the north part of the island where it was a little bit more touristy. I don't know. But that's my hot take. Only thing I don't look forward to for the expansion is all the lame players who are gonna spam Druid. True. Doesn't Steam Cleaner just kill Kazakhstan decks? Yes, and Lady Prester decks. Which is very, very good. Was it super crowded? Surprisingly, no. Surprisingly, it was not that crowded. We're gonna play Swiftscale Trickster, and then we're just gonna play Immortalized in Stone. It's just really good stats out there. We'll hold on to the weapon for a turn. I mean, it was pretty crowded, obviously. I mean, it's Hawaii, but it was not as crowded as I was expecting. Like, I've been to beaches in Southern California and on the East Coast that felt more crowded. At least Southern California. The East Coast ones are not as bad. But yeah, they weren't like super duper crowded, but also we went a little bit more off to the, like, when you get to the entrance, we walked a little bit of extra time to go to areas that were a little bit less crowded. Like, still within the beach area, but, you know. You need a local to tell you where to go in Hawaii because there are hidden gems, like a place to swim and waterfalls. Oh, I did jump into a I did jump from a waterfall and swam in a, like little lake, not lake, sorry, like river thing. Creek, I don't know what exactly you would call it. That was like one of the best swimming experiences that I had too. But it was so cold. But I was super excited to do it when we were on a tour, and he was like, yeah, well, we're gonna jump off a waterfall. Are you excited? And I was like, we're gonna what now? And he said, obviously you don't have to, but like, if you want to, we're jumping off a waterfall. And I was like, bet. And then I jumped off a waterfall. The problem with Okani and what I'm waiting for is I'm waiting for him to play the coin so he can't just like bait it out, because that would suck. Fillet Fighter. We'll do a damage go face with these. It gets stealth, so it's not that bad. It's not like it's gonna die, and then we'll hero power after we hit. Glad you're back. I'm glad to be back. Happy to be back. Very happy. Got some much needed rest. I will admit, there was some issues, not issues, but coming back from Hawaii, obviously going to California, it's 3 hours behind, right? So it did not feel late to me at all. Like, I got in, by the time I got home, because I had to go to my family's home and then from there pick up my car, and then, oh my gosh, you fool. Hit him with the greetings after that one. And then I had to drive from my parents' home to my home. By the time I got home, it was like 1. But it only felt like 10 to me. So I was not tired. But I still wanted to wake up and like stream at a more regular time. So that's what ended up happening. 3 plus 3. Trying to think how to do this here to where I can get the Tooth of Nefarian to get me value. And I don't really see it. 3 hit. I'd have to take 10 damage. But I feel like I'm down to take 10 damage here. I'm down to take 10 damage. I mean, I start with 40 HP, so it's not even like it's that bad, and we get to keep more things out there and discover a new spell. We will take... Honestly, this isn't bad, because it can give me something else to play. And they're going to play Okani, which we're going to use to try to counter a spell. And then we'll hit in the face. And I'm actually... In case he plays Celestial Alignment, I'm actually gonna just do this. I should have done it way earlier. That's my bad. I played that in the wrong order. I should have gone, after I did that, I should have gone Prep, but I'm trying to play around the Celestial Alignment play because he plays Lady on a Contra, so I can like play this for 1 mana, rather than having to play the other thing for 1 mana and get nothing out of it. I'm just trying to play around Celestial Alignment, and I forgot about that until like right now. What island did he go to? I went to Maui. Yeah, he burned like one of the most important cards of the deck, but Lady on a Contra actually isn't nearly as important as like just Celestial Alignment. If you get just Celestial Alignment, you're probably chilling. He knows it's a spell now. Earth and Scales to bait it out. Perfect. I don't know why he would have assumed it was a minion, but I guess he needed to play a minion because that was the cheaper option. Now he can't afford to play Celestial Alignment. Oh, wait, he's already played Guff, so he gets extra value out of that. How much damage can I do here? If I play Mr. Smite... If I play Tess, I get not that much. I have 11. I'm literally off by 1 damage here. So I'm thinking I go Moarg, because this only does 6, so I can get to 17 damage. I can't play this and Wicked Stab him. So I'm pretty sure we're just gonna go with this for mana efficiency's sake. And then if he doesn't play Celestial Alignment, I can play both of these to finish him off. I'd rather just do that. I mean, he's so far behind, like, even if he plays Onyxia 8, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, this stays alive, we still get to play this. He lost an Earthen Scales, we could play Scabs, potentially, and make him lose value that way. I should have just gotten him down to 1, I think, maybe. I never play Standard. I like using old cards. Oh, my bad. The chat moved. 1 second. I never played Standard. I like using old cards to give me more cards to work with. Most cards get rotated out of Standard this year anyway. Do you play Wild much on or off stream? No, I don't. I play basically 0. Not even like for a really negative reason. It's just not something that I particularly like. I think that in Wild things are insanely ridiculous. Like things can get pretty wild down there in the Wild game mode, and it's just something that I don't really like. Sometimes when I play Thief Rogue, I confuse even myself because I'm like, wait, did I click the wrong class? But the answer is usually no, I didn't. We're gonna keep the Vessel. I'm gonna hope for, obviously Prep's good, Swift Scale Trickster's good, but really only after we get a jackpot or something. So there's nothing really like we need to do yet. Also, Swift Scale Trickster is decent with Sprint. Okay, so I think it's going to be Prester, I would assume. Prester Druid? Guess it could still be Ramp, actually. I don't know, I just assume that most Druids are Prester Druid because I think it's a little bit more popular right now. But then again, haven't played for a week, so maybe the meta has in fact shifted. I don't know. But yeah, we're gonna go prep this. And then the rest of my hand's kind of bad. Like, this is the thing with Thief Rogue, right? I feel like if you don't get the Thief cards, it's just kind of mid. If that. Like, Mr. Smite, sick. I mean, love to see that, I guess. But also, like, turn 4 and 5 are gonna be really weird. Then turn 6 is great with Krakatoa. Like, it's one of the best turn 6 plays in the game. But, I don't know. You could maybe go, like the next spell this turn, yeah. Oh, we'll go Reconnaissance, maybe find something to play there. This draws me a Shadow and a Holy Spell. I do have Shadow spells, but I'm gonna just go the Hullbreaker. It costs 2. Play that and draw a spell. And then when it dies, I'll draw another spell. Contraband Stash doesn't really do anything for me. But, you know, maybe I'll play it to get an extra 4/3 for 5 mana. That seems pretty valuable to me. That into Innervate into Prester. Oh, that into Nourish. Okay, so that basically guarantees that they're not going Prester anymore. This is like the last week to play Prester because Steam Cleaner comes out next. Oh, yeah!
Golden Ray!
That's a card. That's gonna be so bad for them. Them being Prester Druid players. Wicked Stab. We're literally just going as hard into the face as we possibly can right now. Because we know the game isn't going to last that much longer. He plays Scale here. Obviously, they always have Scale on 7 to deal with aggression. Literally always. I mean, what? He's got 40. Yep, what'd I tell you? What'd I tell you? He has Nourish with Coin early into Scale of Onyxia without any problems whatsoever. Kind of cringe if you ask me, but okay. We hit into the 2/1, we attack with the weapon, we have a thing still left up. Boom. Hit face. We'll get another weapon with that 4/1. I mean, this is just so weird. I mean, I guess I could Shadow Step that. We're not going to. Into Miracle Growth 2? What does this guy not have? Oh, man. Innervate, Earth and Scales. Oh, just Innervate so he doesn't lose anything? Okay, that's fine. We're gonna play Jackpot, I guess. We get, oh my god, wait, this is actually insane. That literally does exactly 10 damage. And then these both go face. And then we're gonna save Swiftkill Trickster. I mean, we could have played him, but I'd rather use him later to try to get a little bit more value, maybe. That actually was so insane. What the heck? That was like the best card. That or like Siphon Soul would have been like the two best cards to deal with that. Thief Rogue lacks a lot of draw, and you just have to hope the spells you get work out well. Yeah, exactly. And like, Innervate Earth and Scales, I would assume.
You gotta be scrappy.
Oh no, okay. The thing is, like, if you run a 40 card version of Thief Rogue, that means you're even less likely to draw the like good cards you want to draw most of the time, right? I'm like 95% sure I have lethal, right? We go, no. Wait, yeah, we just go Contraband Stash and then we go face the other two because this is gonna replay the fire thing. Trying to think if there's anything that would kill off my own minions, and the answer is no. So it replays the fire thing, these two go face, and then it'll replay the 4-3. Yeah, don't stand the fire, I forgot the name of it, but then we go boom into boom, and he's just dead. Yeah, Contraband was lethal, yeah. Look, this is so hard, because like, both of these cards are arguably some of the best two cards in this entire deck. So I'm actually gonna keep both. Like, they're two of the best standalone cards in the entire deck. I can't not use them. But anyway, for those of you who don't know, I had a question for coders out there. How difficult a project like this would be. And if it was something that people would be willing to do, how much it would cost. So this is gonna also probably go in the video. How hard would it be to do something like the Ultimate Bravery for Hearthstone? Like, this is your king, this is the legendary you have to build around. Here are 2 rules. It's just hero power, it's fine. Like, you have to use like 6 spells, or you have to use like these spells and these minions, and then you can have like 10 of your own filler cards to try to make the deck work. And it'll be like the Ultimate Bravery, but for Hearthstone. I feel like that could be super fun for a game that's like, you know, mostly a meme anyway. That was wild! It's gonna be Trickster into the Vessel, I believe. And if you think you could do something like that, message me and tell me like how much something like that might cost. Trickster into the Vessel, I mean 4 mana for 8/8 stats. It's not insane. I'd rather save this for Jackpot, but I definitely do need Tempo starting right now. That or Prep are basically the things that we want to look for when we have the Vessel in hand. I just think the Vessel's like one of the main win conditions of the deck, so I kept it. That's gonna be Nourish or Guff, obviously. It is not easy peasy because you need to add some logic. Yeah, you have to add like, I know that you have to have like the card pool and it has to select cards that kind of work together. We're gonna do that, and then we're gonna go hero power, hit him in the face a whole bunch. Then we're gonna play this next turn, hopefully, and then try to finish him off turn 7 with this, this, and this. Like, I don't exactly know how much logic it would need. It would just like choose a legendary and then choose spells within that class and minions within that class, and then I can fill it up with 10 other minions. Like okay, it chooses a paladin card. Here are some paladin spells and paladin minions you have to put in and try to build a deck around, and then I get to choose the other half of the deck or something along those lines. I don't know. How's vacation? It was good. It was very fun, actually. Silence doesn't really do anything. I don't really care about that. We're going to play Krakatoa. It's going to give us a decent amount of damage here. And then we're going to try to finish off the game again with Wicked Stab, that, Hero Power, and Fillet. Boom. This goes face. These all go face. But I have some hot takes about Hawaii. And obviously I was only on Maui and I was only on like the west half of the island. But first, beaches, surprisingly like the water is S tier, okay? Temperature, amazing, super clear, super nice. Water, 10 out of 10. That's not a hot take. But underneath the water, there are so many rocks, at least at like 4 of the 5 beaches I went to, that it was like kind of mid, like a mid experience. It was so windy that you couldn't relax on the beach because you got blasted with sand the whole time. The food was fantastic. Like, the food was probably the #1 thing about Hawaii. Also a couple of the like touristy things I do with my family. But the beaches, which is what I went there with the highest expectations for, were just meh. I mean, I was mostly on the west coast of Maui, right? Are you gonna be able to play anything? Oh, he can kill off a couple of things and doesn't. No, he still dies because of Wicked Stab, right? Yeah, he still dies to Wicked Stab. But like, it was weird. We're gonna Wicked Stab here, and that is lethal. Cause I expected it to be like absolutely pristine, great beaches, and the water was that, but like the sand and the rocks and all that. Also, the beaches were super narrow, so there wasn't a lot of space to like spread out. Or maybe just the waves come up that far. I don't know. It was overall, beaches were like B tier in my opinion.